What's the difference between life coaching and therapy? This is an issue that comes up a lot because people not understanding the purpose of one or the other sometimes engage with the wrong person and not getting the results they want. They get very frustrated. So let's take a look at what each one is for and how they're different and how they can integrate with each other and be helpful. First off, the main difference between coaching and therapy is going to be therapy is looking backwards and coaching is looking forwards. So the way I like to think about this is when you're in therapy, you're going to talk to your therapist about something that happened in the past, your childhood long ago, or it could be recent past. But you're going to talk to them and about how it feels and the emotions associated with that and your thoughts and feelings around that. Coaching is going to be looking forward to what you want to do in the future. It could be the near future, like what do I need to do to begin my workout program tomorrow? Or the distance future, what's my goal for the next year, 5 years, 10 years? Therapy looks backwards, coaching looks forward. One of the ways I like to think about coaching and therapy is to think of an athlete. Every great athlete has coach. They have multiple coaches usually when they are at Olympic or professional levels. The coach is someone who instructs them as to what actions they need to take and then helps them look at the actions they did take and the quality of them and assess so they can improve those actions moving forward. So it's someone with that knowledge and of skills they need to learn and someone who can teach them those skill sets so that they have those built in moving forward. And it's also someone who's there to motivate them when they want to quit, and someone is going to tell them, hey, no, keep going. You're almost there, but you're not there yet. Keep pushing. So those are the purposes of coaching. A therapist, towards an athlete analogy, would be like the doctor. If the athlete gets injured, that's something that happened to the athlete and the athlete needs to heal from that. So the doctor's going to help them with that. They're going to prescribe medicine and rest and whatever it is that's going to take the athlete to get better. But then when the actual athlete needs to begin taking action, then they're going to be more in the realm of a coach. That's going to be the main differences between coaching and therapy. So when people come to me as a coach, a lot of times they'll talk about their anxiety or depression or some mental health disorders or maybe possibly being neurodivergent or neurodifferent, as I prefer to say. And these are issues that can be addressed either with therapy or with coaching, likely with a combination of both. And here's why. Because just like with an athlete, you're going to need a coach, but you're also going to need a doctor. Let's say you're dealing with anxiety. Your anxiety may be based on a pattern of beliefs and thoughts that you learned from someone in the past. And so you want to talk to a therapist about that, working through those things. But your anxiety might also be caused by a lack of action. Sometimes it's just you weren't taught the right ways in which to take action. So you need a coach to help you develop new skill sets for taking action, developing a plan, developing goals, implementing those goals step by step, those kinds of things. So that skill set may be something you were not taught. And so a coach can teach you that and help you begin to implement it. Whereas if your anxiety is based on a lack of action, something emotionally holding you back, then that's something you need to talk to your therapist about. And a lot of times it's a combination of both. So working with a coach and a therapist can help you in both ways. For example, let's say you want to get in shape, and so you hire a fitness coach to put you on an exercise routine and a diet routine. Well, that will get you to where you want to go because they're going to push you, they're going to teach you the skill sets, they're going to make sure you do the exercises. As I like to say as a coach, I can do all the push-ups in the world, you're not going to get any stronger. It's important to understand that with a coach, you need to be doing the work. Just as like with a therapist, you need to be doing the work. You might employ that fitness coach to help you get in shape. But then as we so often see, after you've gotten in shape, you stop taking care of yourself, you stop eating right, you stop doing the exercises, and you get out of shape again. That is when you realize that there's probably a deeper seated emotional issue preventing you from maintaining what you did. And that would be something more up to a therapist. Hopefully you can see how coaching and therapy go hand in hand, but they do different things. And it's very often a therapist will give you exercises. And as a coach, a lot of things I deal with is looking at the deeper thought processes behind someone's actions or lack of actions so that they can become more clear on that. So there's definitely an overlap. It's like a Venn diagram with a big overlap in the middle. But to understand specifically, if you're dealing with clinical level depression, you need to see a therapist. But if you're dealing with, calling it depression, but it's really more frustration with a lack of movement forward in your life, then a coach may be the way to go because they're someone who's going to give you concrete actions. So that's the difference between coaching and therapy. As a coach, I personally focus on personal fulfillment, creating a life for yourself where you feel motivated and excited every day, where your job is fulfilling, you enjoy your job, you enjoy the people you spend time with, you get to do the things you want to do. Your life is the life that you want. That's what I call fulfillment coaching. That's the type of coaching that I focus on. If this is interesting, sounds like an interest to you, contact me. There's a link in my profile or in the description below to schedule an appointment to have a free consultation. My name is Charles from Revelcraft Life Coaching.